resurrection body. In Hinduism, it's referred to as the Vajra body. In Buddhism, they call it the Buddha body. In Tibetan Buddhism, they call it the Jalus, and we'll refer to that a little bit later. And in Indonesian Islam, they call it the body of light. And in Islam in general, it's called the diamond body. But as you can see, in most of the world's greater religions or major religions, there's already an anticipation that something greater is in store for the human body rather than just death. And that the true home of the human body is not the physical world. That the physical world is only a temporary place that the human body lives on its way to somewhere else. Now let's look at some interesting cases here. This is a picture that a patient gave me. And this is a picture, if you look at it closely, shows a being that is floating above what looks like a mantle or something near the door. And this is a picture that was taken shortly after the death of a lady in the family. And this being stayed and talked with this family for 6 hours. The being said that it was from another dimension that was made out of a different sort of matter, and it had come to collect the soul of the lady who had just died. I asked the family members not to turn this picture in, not to do anything with it, because I felt that they would get the wrong sort of publicity for it. And so they haven't. But if you look at this picture, you can see a being that looks like a butterfly. And it has, if you look at it closely, it has a human head. The head, when you blow this up, has eyes, he has a mustache, he has blonde hair. And it's sort of weird because I'd never seen anything quite like that. So it points to, and these are very simple people. These are not people that would go around with very sophisticated technology to make something like this up. The lady that showed me this was in tears. She wanted to have some sort of explanation. This is another picture that was sent to me, and some of you might have seen this. This was taken during a transatlantic flight. And the plane went into difficulty, and the pilot announced that they were going to crash land because the plane had taken a nosedive. And one man on board decided to take a photograph. Now, the plane's crashing. He's got his camera out snapping pictures. Sort of an unusual presence of mind, I would say. And the plane suddenly just leveled off. And everybody was saved. When the man took the picture outside, he said that he saw something like an angel in the clouds. And the angel had extended his hand over the plane, and the plane was saved. And this photo was provided by a man from Holland who had witnessed this and had developed the picture. If you look at the picture, you can see something that looks like a man with a robe, and you can see sort of like a sash around the robe. And that's not something that you would expect during a plane crash. It was just something that was not planned in any way. It seems like there's another dimensional sort of energy going on there, another form of matter that's interacting with our physical matter in a way that we can't account for with our physical laws. This is another picture. I specialize in forensic psychiatry, which is the type of psychiatry that deals with accidents, injury, and illness that don't lead to death. When it leads to death, it's called forensic pathology. Now, this is a picture from a car accident. If you look at that car, you would think that nobody would walk away from that. But the occupant said that they saw a being floating in front of the car before the accident, and they walked away both without a scratch. Now, this picture was taken by a police photographer who said that he also saw this. Again, you see an energetic sort of being, a being that is not physical, obviously, but obviously there's a form of matter there that we're not fully able to explain with our physical laws. There's something else going on there. Now, everybody has heard of luminous balls of light or orbs. This is a picture that was taken, I think it was about 5 years ago, above a cemetery. And this person that took the picture saw these luminous balls of light. There's a very famous author by the name of Brad Steiger who took a survey of over 20,000 people. And in his survey, he talked to people who believed they had experienced something supernatural. 37%